Well, that's the latest on the fight to save the Rockrimmon Library in Colorado Springs. Tonight, 10 days before it's set to close, 77 public speakers lined up to address the Pikes Peak Library Board of Trustees and make their case for keeping the West Side branch open.
Residents packed the room at the East Library Tuesday night to fight for the future of the Rockrimmon Library. The room hit its 150 capacity mark before the meeting had even started. The line to get in stretched throughout the library.
I'm Dave Donelson. I'm a City Councilman from District 1. Tonight I'm going to come before you again and ask you once more to go ahead and accept the offer for a one-year lease extension at a reduced cost with a guarantee that if there's any flooding, that'll be covered. When you made this decision a month ago, initially, you hadn't seen this yet. You hadn't seen the outpouring of support. I think maybe some facts have been pointed out by some folks smarter than me, financial folks, about the finances and how really efficient this library is. I really believe if you want to find a way to keep this one library, Rockrimmon Library, 1% of your budget, if you want to find a way to do it, you can. If you don't, if you want to find a way to say, well, the consultant said this is the one we should close, you'll be able to do that. But I'm here, and all these people are here to ask you to find a way to keep it open. The discussion about the East, like, hey, we need libraries out East. I agree with that. They all agree with that. Again, this is 1% or less of the budget. They're so passionate about the library. It does so many different functions that it's worth it to put it in there. So you can save it now and build rapport, build rapport with the citizens up there. So if you do come forward with a mill levy request increase, you'll have, I believe you'll have support. A lot of us that are here are trying to point out a specific piece of data or something like that to you. It's not going to be, you've heard it over and over. What we really need is really a change in your heart to desire to keep Rockrimmon Library open. So again, as a fellow servant in this city to the citizens, I ask you to reconsider that decision. Thank you.
As one of the 9 city council members, and I happen to be a liaison, and as one of the 14 elected officials with the responsibility for appointing each of you, I come to you this evening with a deep appreciation for your role on the Board of Trustees and actively listen to the voices of the Rockrimmon community, a group that is galvanized by their shared desire to preserve their local library. Their thoughtful engagement, demonstrated by research, wow, do they know a lot, respectful dialogue, and clear articulation of concerns is a model of civic participation. I've read countless emails, I've had personal conversations, and I've witnessed their resolve. We've all witnessed their resolve to contribute constructively to this conversation. I really encourage this board to seize this moment as an opportunity to innovate and forge a new path of collaboration. Imagine a future where this challenge actually serves as a template for navigating similar situations in the future, creating a proactive model for community engagement, just what libraries are about. Your decision here can resolve this immediate issue and strengthen trust and partnership with this community, paving the way for lasting positive outcomes, and not just for the Rockrimmon Library, but for the Pikes Peak Library District going into the future. The possibility of losing Rockrimmon Library should prompt us to think creatively about preserving and evolving these vital resources. Recognize this community's passion as a signal of the library's profound impact. Harness this energy to build bridges and deepen mutual understanding. Take the time, and I know you have, to understand the financial and operational challenges behind this decision for me. But be in conversation here and ask the questions. What are the unexplored avenues to address lease disputes or repairs without closing the library? $57,000 raised. Wow. Please let this moment serve as a reminder of why libraries exist. To connect, to inspire, how this has been so inspirational, and to empower. Together we can ensure that this legacy continues, creating a future where thriving libraries anchor thriving communities. Thank you all for your service, your leadership, and your commitment to fostering the best connections and outcomes for all. I finally want to ask you all a question. As someone who has voted on many, many things, how do we change our minds? How does that happen? One of the ways is we get new data. You've got a bunch of new data that's come in this last 5 weeks, a bunch of new data. How do we change our hearts? Sometimes we make a decision and we feel so committed to it because we're proud of it and we've worked so hard on it and we're certain it's the right thing to do. And then where's our humility to say, wow, maybe there's new information to consider. Maybe there's something else as to explore here. And all they're asking for is a year, just 1 year. So what do you have to lose by deciding to extend 1 year? And what do you or we as a community have to lose by you deciding not to extend? I think there's a lot to lose. I'm just really inviting you as a board of trustees to reflect, to allow yourself to change your mind, to revisit this decision. Thank you all, really. I genuinely, I respect you. I appreciate you. This is not easy service.
I am Bill Wysong, President of Mountain Shadows, also County Commissioner, District 3 elect, and I'm here because this is my neighborhood. Andrew Carnegie started the library system. One of the things that he talked about is it's entertaining and it's the educating the millions. It's the temple of learning, ambition, and aspiration for towns and cities throughout the U.S. This is what started the whole library system in the United States. It's the second largest used library in the system. By definition, this would be the second to the last library you close. So I'm asking that you really understand that if you've got a smaller library that is so heavily used, it should not be closed because it affects more people. So with that, there are solutions, and I am offering to help solve this problem. Thank you.